Welcome back to the weekly Bitcoin.com news show. My name is Corbin Fraser. Today's Friday, January 15th, 2021. This week we saw a big correction across Bitcoin and cryptocurrency markets. A lot of people feeling the pressure after a bit of a dump there, but nobody's feeling the pressure quite like one Bitcoiner in particular who lost $240 million worth of Bitcoin after losing a password to a hard drive. We're also going to let you know why it's easier than ever to get started with cryptocurrencies and some of the things that we do at Bitcoin.com to help ensure that you keep your funds safe. So Bitcoiner loses password to 7,002 Bitcoins worth $240 million. Years ago, programmer Stefan Thomas received the Bitcoin as a payment and stored the private key on a small encrypted hard drive called an iron key, writing the password to the device down on a piece of paper. In the years that have passed, he's since lost the paper and has used up 8 out of his allotted 10 attempts to access the hard drive. For this particular device, after 10 failed attempts, the drive is programmed to seize up for good, and his sizable fortune will be lost forever. Instead of burning his final 2 attempts, Thomas has wisely decided to keep the coins in a safe place and will wait for further breakthroughs in cryptography to see if future code breakers might be able to help him reunite him with his fortune. Bitcoin.com News covered this story along with another this week of someone else claiming to have lost $100,000 in BTC during a wallet transfer. This other Bitcoiner attempted to transfer a wallet to a new computer without making sure that he had access to the encryption passwords tied to his private key storage. If you are just getting started with cryptocurrencies, stories like this may sound frightening, but the increase in popularity in cryptocurrencies has also led to drastic improvements in user experience. Just in the past few years, we've seen huge improvements for UI, UX, for wallets and services across the whole industry. And in 2021, getting started with cryptocurrencies is now safer and more simple than ever. For example, last year we launched cloud backups in the Bitcoin.com wallet, where you can now store your encrypted private keys on a cloud backup on iCloud or Google Drive. This is a great way for ordinary users to easily back up their funds, especially if you're prone to losing your phone, breaking your phone, jumping in a pool when the phone's not so waterproof. It's also a convenient way to just sync up your wallets across, say, an iPad and an iPhone. This way, if you ever lose your device, your funds are safe. You can always recover them as long as you know that password to access them. Of course, there are other ways to back up. We always encourage users to back up those 12 words, write them down on a piece of paper in a very private, secure location, and hang on to them, put them in a safe, put them somewhere dry and safe in a Ziploc bag. Keep those safe like gold. Anyone who has access to those keys can access your funds. So be very careful when backing up your private keys. And we always recommend to regularly check in on your private backups. Make sure, once a year that you can verify, okay, the funds I have access to on my phone or on my computer, that I have access to those backups as well in case something were to ever happen to this device. So be proactive, and just remember, if they're not your keys, they're not your coins, if you are keeping your Bitcoin and cryptocurrency on an exchange, this is not a safe method of storage. If you're planning on holding cryptocurrency long-term, we highly recommend using a non-custodial wallet such as the Bitcoin.com wallet, which supports BTC, BCH, SLP tokens, and more. And Bank of America predicts a mother of all bubbles for Bitcoin. Bank of America's chief investment strategist compared the cryptocurrency's recent rally to other bubbles, emphasizing the increasingly speculative behavior of Bitcoin investors. As the market's meteoric rise began to taper off earlier in the week, skeptics from all over chimed in to predict impending doom for the Bitcoin market. To their dismay, the markets have stabilized and Bitcoin is still trading over 90% above where the price was just 1 month ago. Sleeping Bitcoins worth $40 million suddenly move. On January 10th, another string of 20 Bitcoin block rewards from 2010 was spent after sitting idle for over 10 years. All in all, 1,000 Bitcoins worth over $39 million were transferred on the 12th anniversary of Bitcoin's Genesis block. The decade-old block rewards were split into groupings of 10 BTC and dispersed to different addresses. Just like before, the mystery miner also spent the corresponding Bitcoin Cash, but has not touched the Bitcoin SV. Again, this has some people online speculating that the mystery miner may actually be Satoshi himself, but of course, nobody knows. Darkmarket shut down, alleged operator arrested. The world's largest illegal marketplace on the dark web has been taken offline in an international operation involving authorities from several nations. Authorities allege Darkmarket had almost 500,000 users and more than 2,400 sellers, seeing more than 4,650 Bitcoin and 12,800 Monero changing hands over the course of the market's run. With Darkmarket's alleged operator arrested over the weekend, authorities are combing the site's servers for new leads on moderators, buyers, and sellers in an ongoing investigation. So yes, this is a common occurrence. Dark markets often get shut down by governments that don't want you to buy chemicals that make you feel good. This story, though, is a little bit more fun. This one gets me happy. So Kim.com looking to hire more programmers to bring Bitcoin Cash to the masses. So Kim.com tweeted out on January 13th, "I just had an online meeting with 10 talented coders who sent me their CVs yesterday to brainstorm about apps they can build to bring Bitcoin Cash to the masses. I'll do this every week. If you're a coder, DM me your CV. You may be invited to get funding for your project idea." So it's always exciting to see Kim.com talking about Bitcoin Cash, but more importantly, the fact that he is helping fund and start up and kickstart some of these new ideas that are going to bring Bitcoin Cash and cryptocurrency to the masses. So hats off to Kim.com, and let us know what you think about some of these stories in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week. Thanks.